Hi, Jeannie. How are you?
I am well. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well as well. And Jeanie Ortiz is the Programming Compliance Manager for Ansafone Contact Centers based out of Ocala, Florida. How are you, Jeannie? And thank you for taking the time to come on board and interviewing with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Can you share a bit about your role here at Ansafone and talk a bit about your background?
My role is I'm the manager of programming and compliance, and I started in the call center business about 28 years ago. And I originally started as an agent, and from there worked to supervisor, client service manager, and from client service manager is where I developed the interest in programming and IT, which is where I've been for the last 24 years.
Oh, wow. 24 years is quite extensive time in your career.
Yeah.
Can you share a bit about your iCloud technology that you're using at Ansafone?
The iCloud technology we're using is Genesis Cloud, and it's hosted on the internet, which helps us process inbound and outbound communications are handled. We're able to quickly route a call to different types of devices, whether it's an agent for an inbound call or an email or a chat. It gives us that advantage through iCloud.
And how does this iCloud help with the security and privacy for client data?
The good thing about the iCloud is the security is on Genesis Cloud, and they have encryption data at rest. And their platform currently, the data is protected with 256 advanced AES and TLS encryption. Additionally, they have other technical controls that provides against threats or data exfiltration. So access to the customer data is logged and monitored. Plus, they engage a third party to constantly be testing and make sure that their data is secure and highly.
And how does this technology shape the way we do business today versus how it was done before then?
The way it shapes is before it used to take us, let's say, a month to set up or upgrade or do a system. Now we can do it within minutes since the data, the storage, and the software is all handled on the iCloud.
Oh, that's
So
wonderful. So does that mean that if you sign on a client and the client comes on board, then they can pretty much be up and running?
if we sign up a client, usually to take a client in, we can get them up and running, but it's more of we take the client in, we see what they're looking for, we program their system. But yes, usually the turnaround time to get a client, depending on what type of client, we can get them on quickly.
Wow, that must be a very favorable technology for them then.
Yes. The other advantage is if the client has a high volume and we need to add agents, we're able to get licensing quickly and be able to process that much quicker than we would in the past.
But it sounds like there's like hardly any downtime then.
In our system currently, there isn't any downtime because we don't have to take downtime for some of the computer systems that we run because that's all maintained up on the iCloud system. They maintain the updates, they do the software.
Wonderful. So can you share a situation, a client situation that the iCloud has saved a declining client relationship and how you salvage
Um,
that?
I can share a situation where, let's say, we have a client we were doing inbound and they were looking to move to their chat or had another vendors doing their chat. Well, now on iCloud, we're able to process their inbound messages. We're able to get their chats through outbound all in one system, and their data is all kept and maintained together. So they'll be able to do reporting all in one place.
Wonderful. So what would you say is your greatest strength in your career?
I think one of my greatest strengths is since I've been involved in the call center for so long, I can see an issue or a problem or an advantage from both an agent's view, the client's view, and the technical view. So I can see how we can make the call process easier for the agent so that the customer experience is the best one we can give them. Plus, I can see what the client is looking for and technically why is the best way to program that and give them what they need.
And what are your top three accomplishments so far in your career in general?
In my career in general, I say one of them was being a manager for the programming team in my previous company. I was able to train my team to be able to follow my footsteps. They were able to learn and take what they learned from our system and advance their career. Another one was I worked on a platform where they were creating an inbound processing call. So I was able to see that one from the start, from when you were thinking the process to the end when the product was finally completed. So we seen the call process. We were able to deliver messages. Are a couple of my accomplishments that
Nice.
I've had to learn.
Very nice. How do you like working here at Ansafone so far?
I'm enjoying myself working at Ansafone. It's I was getting comfortable in my previous job, so it's nice to come and bring the experience that I had previously and implement it here. Everyone is so friendly, and it gives us an opportunity to grow, and I'm really enjoying myself at Ansafone.
That's great. And I'm just kind of curious, and just from your insights, it doesn't have to be like set in stone, but do you see anything in the future for the industry of BPO and technology? Or what you would like to see happening?
I think more of the technology will be moving more to Icloud, especially with the previous year that we had 2020 and there was a lot of remote agents working at home. It gives the flexibility of having your company in one place and being answered in multiple locations. If there's a crisis on the East Coast, you can have agents on the West Coast. I see it heading more towards more cloud type system and software.
More tech oriented. So I have a last few questions for you, Jeanie. What would you say to an aspiring entrepreneur when it comes to building a business?
Go in with an open mind and flexibility.
What do you think he or she should be aware of if they're becoming an entrepreneur? Is there something that they should keep in mind?
I think they should keep in mind security data when they're looking for some type of, whether it's cloud type technology or internal technology, that security needs to be the topmost thing that they look for.
Right.
They need to be able to say that, that the data is encrypted, that the information is secure, and that they have, thought the whole process through.
Got it. And my last question for you, Jeanie, is do you have any specific message you'd like to share with the world today?
That's an interesting one. Especially with 2020, I say enjoy each day and live without regrets and treat others how you would like to be treated.
Right.
That would be my message to the world.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jeanie, for taking the time to interview with us. And we will see you next time.